Virgo, welcome to Social Dragonfly Spiritual. My name is Eddie, if you don't know already. This is going to be a timeless general crystal reading for the sign of Virgo. Let's see what crystals can help my Virgos right now. This is from the Crystal Moods Oracle deck. Okay, I'm feeling anger. Whoa. Are you feeling angry? Okay, I see this is what came out. At peace. At peace, okay? We have intuitive emotions, and then at the bottom of the deck we have frustrated. Okay, so I don't know if something's got you frustrated. Maybe the anger has turned into frustration. But they're calling you to be at peace right now. Okay, Virgo. This one says, inner peace is something that lives, breathes, and grows within. Practices that nourish the mind, body, and spirit. Cultivation of inner peace carries us during tumultuous times and is a wave that we make the choice to ride. We can choose to maintain emotional calmness in spite of tension or discord. Okay, so you are probably needing a sense of peace right now, okay? The peace that surpasses all understanding, okay, as the Bible says. So I'm hoping that we can help you get some crystals to tap into that today, because the first emotion that I felt was anger. And so let's see, we're going to figure out what's going on here, but I'm going to read this. So selenite. Selenite is the first crystal that can help you be at peace. Selenite resonates with realms of mind and spirit, offering a protective cocoon of communication and clear channel to intuition. Its high vibration can clear heavy energy. We also have rose quartz. This stone supplies the emotional body with a deep serenity, protecting your inner calm from outside disturbances. Its fast-acting frequency helps you shift from sensitivity into certain. Also, dioptase. Dioptase cuts through self-imposed limitations to access the parts of the self that are numb. This stone makes an opening where energy can become readily available for fulfillment. Okay, so whenever I read that, when I read the whole thing about dioptase, I'm not done. I gotta continue reading. Okay, there's that song. I don't know if you've ever heard it. It's "Numb Little Bug." Numb Little Bug. How did it go? Do you ever get a little bit tired of life? Like you're not really happy, but you don't want to die? Okay, I don't know if somebody's like dealing with mental health stuff or something like that. Okay, we also have emerald. Emerald vibrates with deep perseverance. It sits in the core of your being to show where growth is needed and helps to bring peace to the emotional body by developing a greater connection with Earth's frequencies. Okay, so selenite, rose quartz, dioptase, and emerald can help you cultivate peace. My stupid camera, focus, please. If you could focus, that'd be great. Okay. It takes a while to focus sometimes, y'all. More crystals to try are Larimar, Hiddenite, and Pink Calcite. Powerful stone combinations are rose quartz and emerald, selenite and hiddenite, and dioptase and Larimar. Okay, are you dealing with emotional discord right now, Virgo? Let's pull from the Crystal Spirit deck. It's a new deck, and so I have been reading from the book while I'm getting to learn the deck, and there's a lot of crystals in here that I've never heard of before. I'm trying to up my crystal game for myself too. One more. What other crystals can help my Virgos right now, please? Divine Spirit and crystal energies. What other crystals can help my Virgos for the highest and greatest good of Virgos, please? Okay. Watermelon tourmaline at the bottom of the deck. Isn't that beautiful? We have black tourmaline, number 10, black tourmaline. Okay. And blue chalcedony, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Number 11, so number 10 and number 11. Okay, black tourmaline. Okay, so black tourmaline. It's good for healthy boundaries, repelling and dispelling unwanted energies, shielding and protection, and healthy independence. There is a saying that good fences make good neighbors. Well-being, likewise, requires healthy boundaries that respect everyone's uniqueness, similarities, and differences. The appearance of black tourmaline spirit is a sign that now is the time to make sure that those fences are neither impenetrable walls nor so porous and broken down that you start to lose track of where you end and others begin. It's invigorating to move between alone time and together time. Maybe you need to be with some extroverts for a while, or maybe you need a long evening alone with a good book. If you've been feeling tired lately, pay attention to whether you're neglecting yourself at some level, giving too much, suffering from empathy overload, or depending too much on someone else and crowding them. You may need some downtime to remind you that you are a human being and not a human doing. You do not have to earn love through perpetual self-sacrifice, nor do you have to feel overwhelmed and needy. Healthy boundaries mean leaning on others in a balanced way, and black tourmaline spirit is here to nudge you to be mindful of when you need time to yourself and when you need to be among those who accept you exactly as you are. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm not going to read all of it like I did before. Blue chalcedony. Forgive my ignorance here on the pronunciation. This is good for slowing down, easy does it, restoring balance and serenity. Life's pace can feel overwhelming at times, and this crystal shows up when you need to slow down and experience serenity and balance. Certainty won't present itself just because you're rushing around. Blue chalcedony spirit brings the message to immerse yourself in the moment and to surrender your sense of urgency to the conscious universe. You're pushing too hard now. Easy does it as you transition from the old ways into the new and begin to try out your fledgling wings. You are ever evolving, and the unfamiliar can send you hurrying back to where you were or rushing ahead to get past the uncomfortable part. The part where you have to confront the truth that you are facing many unknowns. Your fearful ego will try to convince you that the way to get what you need is to work harder and faster and move as swiftly as possible. But your best action now is to slow down. Allow yourself to be clear on what you want so that your intentions begin to coalesce in ways that will please you. As you look around, be fully present to what is, allowing a sense of tranquility and ease to arise in you, even though you may not be able to see what to do next. The conscious universe has much to offer you, so take a breath and remember, easy does it. Okay, so definitely boundaries here. I almost get the sense that there's like a bunch of movement to, I don't even know, like to, I'm not going to say like to avoid something. Okay. I think that you're fearing something happening, or fearing a lack thereof. So you might be pushing, and there's an energy, yeah, pushing, right? There's an energy in the collective right now of not resisting the flow of things. Not resisting the flow of things, not pushing too hard, okay? Allowing. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, she sits and receives. This is also an energy of like emotional intelligence, okay? So it's almost like if you are not in the energy of needing to kind of pull back, right, from someone else, this is like having the intuitive nudging and the emotional intelligence to know when someone else, maybe your partner or something like that, needs that time. So like if you're at work or something, if it's not like a personal relationship, like a romantic relationship, when you're at work or something and you see that someone is kind of being introverted or something, like kind of allowing them, trusting your intuitive nudging that's telling you like, hey, this person needs to have some time alone, like they just want to be alone, and being emotionally secure enough to know that it's not you and it's just what they need at that time. This is also being able to communicate the boundaries or the needs that you have if you feel like you're emotionally exhausted, or like if you have the typical empath, like soaking up everyone else's energies. Okay, black tourmaline's really good for that. There's also a focus on the heart here. Okay, focusing on the heart space. So like if, let's say, like if you're doing intuitive work or something like that, like protection work is not a bad idea. Okay, protection work is not a bad idea, but a lot of people, they do the white light and they do the bubble shielding and they do warding and they go crazy with all this protection work, but it's like actually affirming the fact that energies are invading you, right? And what you focus on, where you place your attention, is where you place your energy. So if you're sitting here focusing on the fact that you feel so invaded by other people's energies, what that's actually going to do is that's going to invite those energies in, because you're focusing on it, right? So rather than trying to focus so much on keeping other people's energies out, it is actually a lot more beneficial to strengthen your own energy, strengthen your own heart space, right? To expand your heart space, to like, because you don't want to like focus so much on what you want to put out, what you want to keep out. You want to focus more on, like, if you focus on having your frequency and your energy be so strong, your heart space to be flowing so smoothly, right? Your own peace is so strong that any energies that come around that don't match that frequency, they're going to be repelled from you anyway. Does that make sense? It's going to be like an invisible boundary, like an electric fence anyway. Because what happens, like, you know, those little bug lights, an electric fence, or those bug lights that whenever you have a bug fly up and it like zaps it and it's like zzz. So your frequency is going to be so high, right? If you focus less on like you focus less on the energies you want to keep out and focus more on the energy that you want to expand, more on the peace, more in the heart chakra, the heart space, strengthening that, expanding your heart chakra, because what that's going to do is that's going to, it's going to keep your frequency to, that of something that does not match the negativity, right? Or the other shit that you don't want to absorb. Because what you focus on is what you draw towards you. What you focus on is what you manifest. You don't manifest and draw towards yourself what you want, right? You manifest what you focus on and what you think about, right? And what your emotions are. So you manifest what you are. So by focusing on and thinking about and being emotionally attached to or emotionally driven by what you actually don't want, what you want to keep out, you're actually drawing more of those energies in and you're allowing them to invade. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope that's making sense. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and, yeah, because this is like the typical empath card right here. Okay? This is someone who's very emotionally sensitive, very intuitive, okay? Has a high emotional intelligence, and is able to kind of read a room, all right, Virgo? So if you have your piece, right, okay, so shout out to Medicine Woman Solutions, okay? I love her to death. I actually work with her. I do private sessions with her. My husband has had private sessions with her, and I actually am in her tribal healing group. So she actually focuses on that. She has taught me that. She calls it her cup of peace, right? Her cup of peace. And so it's almost like having an ace of cups right in your core, right in your center, and you become that divine source, overflowing, unconditional love. And focusing on that and your own cup of peace, when you're so stable in that, it doesn't really matter the energies that are outside of you. They're not going to affect you. They're not going to affect you. They're not going to be able to come in and disturb your peace because you're so solid in it, right? So instead of focusing on and thinking about, I don't want that person's energy, I don't want that negativity, I don't want negativity, I don't want negativity, all the universe hears is negativity, 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 right? So what you're doing is you're actually drawing those energies in to invade your energetic space whenever you're focusing on them. So that's also something that in the book, it's by Dr. Sue Morter, called The Energy Codes. She is another amazing practitioner. She was a chiropractor for a long time, but she also incorporated energy healing and her knowledge of like metaphysics and stuff into treating her patients. And she was actually saying that whenever you, like, your ego is your protective personality, right? Your ego is what tells you, you know, that you need to protect yourself. And it's like what kind of it kind of can spark fear. It can spark like, hey, watch out for that, like the hypervigilance kind of energy. And so in her book, she actually talks about how she learned, being a practitioner and healing people, that it actually, in working with healing people, teaching them how to heal themselves, when she was around sick people or people that were suffering and stuff like that all day long, and she didn't have her heart space and all of her energy to be solid and strong, and she focused more on like, oh, I need to wear a crystal to try to get these people's energies away from me, and focusing on how to protect yourself, protection, you're actually drawing those energies in. So she talked about, if you're like some sort of practitioner that works with other people, or you're a healer, or if you're in like around a bunch of sick people all the time, or you're around a bunch of negativity or whatever it is all the time, and you don't want to soak up those energies, then it's actually a good thing to try to expand your heart space instead of focusing on keeping shit out. Because it's almost like the frequencies that are of like a lower vibration, the illness, the anxiety, the fear, whatever, it's not really going to be able to eat up all of your light. Because one little candle, one little teeny tiny flame will light up a whole room of darkness, right? So that light overpowers the darkness. So if you expand your light, you expand your heart space, right? You're in your peace, okay? You're actually not going to have the same problems with like the typical empath problems that you would have, okay? This is awareness. I feel like you're becoming aware of this fact. Yeah, the Six of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. The Six of Wands in the reverse is usually like a failure, lack of approval, trying to put somebody on blast. This is a lot. This is a big ego energy too. This is of energy that I feel like is around you or surrounding you, okay? And I feel like you are aware of this, but you're not focusing on it. And Spirit is wanting you not to focus on it, with the Fool card being at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, the World card. So if there's any energies outside of you, right, with the Six of Wands in the reverse that are causing you to feel like less than, okay, it could be a relationship. Or if there's some sort of like weird like gossip or anything going on, okay, this could even be like online. I mentioned like putting someone on blast online, especially if you're sharing your energy online somehow. There's a need to be so solid in yourself beforehand, before you allow yourself, before you allow your energy to be out there, because you don't want whatever else is out there to come in and tear it apart. Yeah, this wanted to come out in the reverse. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so here's the frustration energy that I was feeling. Okay, I don't know if you guys didn't get approval from someone, or there was some disloyalty that you were dealing with here. This could be a person outside of you. This could be a person outside of you that is immature, okay? They don't have the same level of emotional maturity that you do. And Spirit is calling you. Spirit is calling you to. Spirit is calling you to kind of slow down here and have a bigger perspective as to what's going on with this person. Almost look at it from a place of love. Yeah, they're also, okay, with the slowing down and the pushing, this is like the pushing energy with the Seven of Wands. They want you, I don't know if you're focusing on, okay, I see what's happening here. I don't know if you're focusing on like what, how you're looking or turning down an opportunity because of like what other people are going to think, societal standards or something like that. But it's okay to say no. It's okay to drop out of something just to balance yourself. Okay. So, you know, I was talking about expanding the heart space and becoming stable so much in your heart space that nobody else's energies will even come in and bother you. This is the energy that I was talking about, right? Focusing not on the heart space, because this is like a heart chakra card. Instead of focusing on the heart space and stabilizing your heart energy, right? And, you know, because the heart is like the center for everything, okay? There's like a focus on defending yourself. There's a focus on defending yourself, and it's like you're not yielding results with that. I know that, you know, going this route, because there's so much online in the spiritual community, especially about how to do protection work and spells that you can do and wear this necklace and buy this crystal. And yeah, I'm giving you crystals here that can help. But I mean, even some of the crystals I gave you are for the heart, like emerald, rose quartz. Okay? They're good for the heart chakra. Is there a part of yourself, this speaks to focusing, okay, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to go on to the next thing I was thinking, because I'm getting a lot of downloads. Yeah, so this is like pushing and trying the old way, the way that people talk about online. Because if you're feeling something, right, and you're feeling overwhelmed by something, or you need to take a time out, okay, whatever this like frustration or anger or whatever this is that's coming your way, whether it's yours or not, whatever you were doing before, if you keep pushing this way, it's not going to work. And it hasn't been working. So Spirit's calling to let you, to try to get you to let go and release that, because you're holding tight to something that doesn't work anymore. Others of you, this is allowing yourself to really feel it, whatever this is. This is being in your feels. Because remember I talked about numbness? Okay? The dioptase cuts through self-imposed limitations to access the parts of the self that are numb. The stone makes an opening where energy can become readily available for fulfillment. So this speaks to a lack of fulfillment, okay? Whatever this was, you're not yielding results with. Whatever this was you were doing before, you're not yielding results with. I feel like, see, she's naked here on this card. I feel like allowing yourself to be more vulnerable, and I don't mean vulnerable in a sense to where you're allowing invading energies to come in, okay? But allowing yourself to be more vulnerable to a point where you can sit in whatever energies like you're feeling by yourself, taking a breather, okay? Slowing down, right? Slowing down and asking yourself, where do you feel this in the body? Where do I feel it in my body? Okay, what is the spiritual significance of this, etc., etc.? Because the more growth that you do, the more expansion of your own consciousness you do, right? Consciousness expansion, you actually start to realize that it seems counterproductive or counterintuitive to remain vulnerable, but vulnerability is actually a superpower. You would think that vulnerability would take away from your stability, so you would need to protect yourself with the Seven of Wands. But there's something here about releasing the need to always be shielded, to be guarded, to be whatever, and learning that vulnerability actually gets you to that next level. This could be kind of confusing for some. Yeah, are you okay, the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So are you really, is there something that you're really hiding from? Okay, some of you, this is a mental health thing, okay, where there's like anxiety, depression going on, that kind of thing. And I think I'm going to pull from the Decoding Your Anxiety deck, because we have the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. I feel anger. I feel frustration, and I feel a little bit of confusion as well. Because the Ace of Cups in reverse is like the lack of peace, okay? Lack of peace, lack of tranquility. Especially that Nine of Swords speaks to that as well. I did see the Six of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck, so that speaks to a Three of Swords. When you opened your heart, it got broken. Acknowledge your discomfort and identify the cause. Okay. So sometimes we have mental programming that causes us to focus on the wrong thing, and before we know it, we have allowed this mental program, right, that tells us, okay, I'll be vulnerable with y'all. I'll tell you about one of mine. I've been hurt a lot too, and so ever since I was a child, like as a means of surviving, I had to like adapt this program because there was a lot of fighting, there was a lot of arguing, there was a lot of negativity and stuff around me as a kid. So I wasn't able to really be my full self. Okay, I was judged for that. I was ridiculed for that. So what I did was I created this program to help me to survive that told me all people are mean, all people are dicks. Don't trust anybody. I call it my people are dicks program. So basically what that did was it made me focus so much. I used to be one of those people that would like always carry around black tourmaline, you know, using black salt, doing these spell work, doing these protections, warding, protection spells, fucking shielding myself every day and all that stuff. And I didn't realize how much of my energy, how much of my thought patterns, how much of my life force energy I was giving to, like, even when I'd go outside, I'd see a person and I'd be like, don't look that way. I don't want to soak up any of their energy. I don't want them to be a dick to me. I don't want them to be a jerk to me for no reason. You know what I mean? So it made me continue to focus on, and like my ego was, it was like a self-imposed limitation. I wasn't allowing myself to even be. I'm not allowing my light to shine. I'm dimming my light by doing that. So by doing that, what I'm doing is I'm focusing so much on what I don't want to happen. I'm focusing so much on what I'm thinking that they could do, the possibilities, the negative possibilities of what the fuck could happen, that I was actually manifesting more of that. I was manifesting more individuals that would make me feel victimized. Because in my brain, I was operating on a subconscious program, which I'm still working on. I still work on that today. Like, I still work on that. I was operating on the people are dicks program. People are dicks, negative energy overwhelms me, this and that. And it's really, it's more once you get to that heart space, you know, you're going to be leveling up here. You're going to be learning about the fact that, yeah, sometimes people can be fucking dicks. Sometimes their energy can be draining. But if you are drained by someone else's energy, then that just means that you don't have the stability within your own energy, your own peace, right? If something outside of you is affecting your peace, I mean, we're not robots, right? I mean, we still have emotions and things like that, okay? But that just means that, you know, there needs to be some work on your own energy. So what exactly is the cause of your discomfort? Some of y'all, this is like straight up fucking panic attacks, like, because there's hypervigilance here. I'm surprised the Nine of Wands hasn't come out. Focus on your breath. As you exhale, let go of any pent-up emotions. You are carrying emotional tension that no longer needs to be held. Yeah, there needs to be like a catharsis here, because you're not going to be able to stabilize yourself until you let this shit out. I don't know if some of you were taught, right? The Page of Pentacles can be a student. It can also be a child. So maybe as a child you were ridiculed or taught that you were less than, right? If you showed your emotions. You know, maybe you had a parent or somebody that clowned all over your ass if you cried, which is very unhealthy. This is speaking to you breaking a karmic cycle that could be generational, okay? A lot of us as children, we were not taught emotional regulation, you know? That's why as parents, we don't know how to parent our children sometimes, because we can't expect our children to do something and regulate their emotions if we don't fucking know how to do it, right? Introduce healthy boundaries. You're making too many sacrifices. Yeah. Introduce healthy boundaries. You're making way too many sacrifices. Some of you guys need to say no. Some of you guys need to say no. Some of these pentacles, this could be an energy of standing up for yourself also by means of telling someone, like, no, this throws my stability off. I can't do this anymore. Because I feel like some of you guys, this speaks to a heart chakra that is blocked. And that's where that numbness comes in. Are you telling yourself that you're okay, right? And continuing to out yourself, right? For the sake of someone else. We have 2 sixes here. 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting. Okay. One more, and then I'm going to pull from another deck. Okay, they gave me 2 more. Your trust issues are keeping you hidden behind protective barriers. Let down your defensive walls and let people in. Okay, so there's an energy here. Yeah, this is you're not able to trust. As a child, you had individuals that were not loyal to you. You were taught that disloyalty is just the way people are, I feel. Okay. I feel like you might have even been made responsible for things that you shouldn't have been as a child as well. I'm definitely picking that up. Stop using others as a benchmark for self-evaluation. Social comparisons only lead to feelings of inadequacy. Right. So what you need may not be what someone else needs. Your negative thoughts are this is literally what I just said, y'all. Your negative thoughts are creating circumstances that mirror your expectations. I think you need to address this pain, the real state of your heart, because your peace is not available to you until you do so. See, the People Are Dicks program, right? I'm just being vulnerable with y'all. The People Are Dicks program, okay? That is having an expectation of someone hurting me. That's what that is. And what did I tell y'all earlier? Whenever I operate in that program, when I go out into the world and I'm like, they're going to hurt me, they're going to do that, I'm expecting this person to fuck me over, anticipating that and expecting that, those negative thoughts will create and circumstances and attract towards me people, places, circumstances, situations, and things that will mirror back to me that energy. It's like if you have these negative thoughts and it's like you're sending out a signal to the universe when you're thinking, I don't want this person to hurt me. I don't want them to hurt me. I don't want them to hurt me. I don't want them to hurt me. All you're doing is you're sending out a signal to the universe and saying, hey, universe, your soul is saying, hey, universe, send someone to hurt me so I can become aware of this program. And then another soul will say, okay, I'll do it. Since you're saying, I don't want them to hurt me, I don't want them to hurt me, you're focusing on them hurting you, the universe will send you what you focus on, what you think about, and what you emotionally react to over and over and over again. And the universe will send you someone, right? There will be a soul that will step up and be like, okay. The universe will say, this person is thinking about, I don't want them to hurt me, I don't want them to hurt me. And all the universe knows is someone's going to hurt me. So they need to send you someone that's going to hurt you. So a soul will step up, another soul will say, I'll hurt them. And they'll come through and they'll hurt you. And it kind of works that way. Manifestation works that way. Not a lot of people really understand that. I had to really go through my own face my own anxiety and my own programs, right? To understand this. And it's not a popular concept, okay? Not a lot of people learn this. It's not a popular concept in the spiritual community because people always want to talk about law of attraction, manifest that house, manifest the love of your life, and manifest, but they're not really understanding that everybody manifests all the time. We all manifest. We are all co-creators all the time. You're not manifesting just because you don't have the house, the car, the love you want and everything like that. You're manifesting right now. Are you thinking and feeling right now? Then bitch, you're manifesting. Shit, spirit is going in, okay? Spirit is going in. So let's go ahead and get one of these. So let's see. I'm gonna get one of these. I'm gonna do this one. Maybe you're looking at what other people are like, right? Other intuitives or other people. You're not understanding why your protection's not working or why people keep evil eyeing you or whatever the fuck. I mean, people are going to do whatever the fuck they want to do anyway, but if you really start to take responsibility and take accountability for your own energy, like I'm learning to do this right now. I don't have it all figured out. Motherfucking nobody does. Like, I don't care what anybody says. Nobody has it all figured out. I don't. And I'm still having to do this, but this is something that I only speak from my own personal experience. Okay? And, you know, it takes accountability for every single thought you have, being aware of every single thought you have, every single emotion that you have. But I see that you're capable of that, Virgo. Like, I do. I see that you're capable of that. You're highly emotionally intelligent, highly intuitive. And I do see that you will get through that successfully. Okay? This is just part of your level up, okay? Initiation, if you will. Okay, one more. Ooh, that was quick. Merkaba activation, transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. What did I just say with that world card? You are ascending. You are rising up. But for you to do so, you have to address this. The anxiety, the pain, the frustration, betrayal even, victimization, those types of things. Programs from childhood, okay? You're going to have to address those things. One more card. What's the last message you have for Virgo? It takes a lot of responsibility. It takes accountability. It takes strength. The law of habit. Ignite your creativity with a pattern interrupt. Okay, these patterns, this is mental patterns that we're talking about. This is the subconscious programming. Interrupt the subconscious programming. You know, if you want to know how to do that, there are like pressure points and stuff that I've been learning, right? Like from Medicine Woman Solutions. Her name is Dr. Brenda Power. Okay, look her up. She's on Facebook. She's on TikTok. If you want to get a free reading from her, like if you're brand new and you catch her, she goes live pretty much every day on TikTok and she's in Australia though, on TikTok and on Facebook. She'll give you a free reading and she will teach you how to interrupt the signals, because every time you might even be having physical health problems or something from this, because every time you have one of these thoughts, these anxious thoughts, this Nine of Swords, okay, every time you're in this energy, what's going to happen is, and you allow that program to run, okay, the expectation of people hurting you, what you're doing is you're inviting in those negative energies, you're inviting in people to victimize you, right? But you're also releasing chemical peptides into your body that are going to be stored in certain organs and certain places in your body. And this lady is fucking awesome, okay? She's like a master at metaphysics. She can help you heal that. What she's doing for me, she's working with me. You press certain points on your body, like you hold a point, you hold it up to your head, you create an energetic circuit, you measure it. Like if it's really, really bad, it's going to be a 10, like on a scale of 1 to 10, and you hold the point until that anxious thought goes away. And like for me, the chemical peptides for this program and this anxiety were being stored in my ear. So I had really, really bad like ear pain and shit like that. The doctors couldn't help me. The regular Western medicine doctors couldn't help me. This bitch fucking helped me heal my ear. I'm not even fucking around, dude. Like this lady is the real deal. She can fucking help you. She can fucking help you. So, but it's gonna take interrupting. Like every time I have an anxious thought, I hold that fucking point and I interrupt the signal of that fucking program. And until you do this and address every single time these thoughts come up, you're still going to be in anxiety. But you can use these crystals. I mean, this is a crystal reading. The crystals will help. The selenite, rose quartz, dioptase, and emerald. Get those crystals, in the meantime to help you. But I recommend working with her if you can. Okay, like I said, she goes live and she does readings, and if you're brand new, she'll give you a free reading. So check her out because highly recommend. So yeah, that's what I have for you. You're just gonna need to create new subconscious program patterns. Okay, but when you do that, you're ending a karmic cycle for yourself. Okay, Virgo. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully that helped. If it resonated, like, drop a comment, drop a like. Share this video if you resonated with it, if you think you could, if you think it could help someone else. I also go live on Fridays as well. Every Friday I go live. I do free readings. No donations required. Donations are pretty appreciated, of course, but not required. So definitely hit the subscribe button if you want to know whenever I go live so you can catch a free reading. And I love you guys, and hopefully this helped y'all. You deserve peace. You really do. But it's just going to take interrupting those patterns, okay? Because you cannot be a co-creator of your reality, because you're going to create your reality regardless, but you can't be a co-creator of your reality with the divine until you become aware of these subconscious programs and start to interrupt those patterns, right? You got to build the brain circuitry to be able to have the life that you want first, okay? All right, guys. So I love you like oxygen. Many blessings. Until next time.